Good morning. Hope everybody's doing good. Got my coffee. Do you have yours? Some people don't drink coffee, but I have to have it in the mornings to get started. I guess this morning I wanted to talk about depression. Having times where you feel absolutely lost. That hopeless feeling that you get, anxiety, overthinking, all the stuff that comes along with it. Totally normal, totally human. I get it too, and some days are better than others. But here is something that I wanted to share with you that came up in a reading that I did. And it's something that I also do myself that helps. So a lot of times what happens is that we get so stressed out and we don't share it with anybody. We just keep thinking about it our own self. So just getting it up and out of your head is going to help tremendously. What I do is I write a letter to the universe, God, the divine, whatever you want to call it. I write a letter. And sometimes I'll include like my grandma in it, like dear God and Jesus and Grandma Rose and, whoever from the other side that you want to talk to. And what you're going to do is you're going to just pour your heart out. Write down everything that's stressing you out, everything that's bothering you, everything that's making you angry, everything that you want in life, everything that you're striving for. Just let it flow. Don't try to overthink the letter. Just let it flow. Get everything up out of your head. Write it all down. And then when you're done with it, burn it. Give it to the universe. And trust. You are exactly where you're supposed to be at this time. And some people feel lost. Well, I want to remind you that you're not lost. You're right where you're supposed to be. And some people get parked. That's what I call it. When, you seem to get in a situation that you just can't get out of and you feel stuck. Well, I call it parked. And I think sometimes we get parked on purpose because we're supposed to learn, or we're supposed to be mentally going through these things in our mind. Maybe there's things that you need to work on that you couldn't work on if you weren't parked. So try not to look at it like you're lost or it's hopeless. It's all part of being human. Being human is so much harder than being spiritual. There's days that I go through too where, especially right now because I'm going through, a divorce. So I get down too, and I'll cry and I'll get angry and. We have human emotions. Let yourself feel those emotions. Don't try to shut them off. Don't try to self-medicate out of it to numb it. Feel them. Feel the emotion. Let yourself go through it. And then it helps you to heal. You can't hold everything in your head. You can't. You're going to end up to where you're laying in bed with your mind racing 1,000,000 miles an hour, especially you empaths and psychics. We all have psychic abilities, but there's people that I know, including myself, that literally if we don't get it up and out of our heads, we'll lay in bed at night and just think and think and think and think about 1,000,000 different things. And then you end up where you can't sleep, and it's a vicious cycle. So try to get things up out of your head. Some people like to journal or they like to write things down, but they don't want other people to go behind them and read it. I get that. So, if you want to keep a journal and literally burn everything you write and give it to the universe when you're done, that's totally okay. Just start getting things up and out of your head. You're going to be okay. These lessons and these things that we're going through, we just forgot that we chose this before we even got here. I mean, it's lessons that what I've been shown in my by my guides is like this. It's a really brightly lit white, kind of like library type place on the other side where people go and you sit at these tables, literally, and you map out your life, like the things that you're going to learn when you come here, what parts different people are going to play in your life to help you along the way, when you're going to meet a certain person in your life. Not every little single thing is planned out. I mean, there's free will. So it also depends on the choices that you make. How quickly the things that you want to learn or the things that you're supposed to go through will happen. Hold on, I'm going to ask them to slow it down just a bit because I'm getting a lot of information. Slow it down. Okay, so back to what I was saying. Sorry, sometimes I get on a roll and I get to where I'm talking super fast and I have to ask them to slow it down a little bit. I'm getting this weird sensation in my ear. So, I feel like somebody that's listening that's female really needs to hear this right now. So I hope this message gets to you, sweetheart, and it's going to be okay. You just got to write it out. Sometimes there's things that are so difficult, so hard that it's like a struggle making it through a day. Just remember that you're not alone. You're not. And there's a really good book out there. There's an author, and her name's Sonia Choquette, with a QU. But she writes books about our guides and the help that we have on the other side. She's a psychic. I just adore her. But I guess she's got several books on guides. So you may find several ones that say guides. Just pick whichever one that your soul is drawn to. But you can, I bought mine on Amazon and just downloaded it on the Kindle on my phone for $9.99. And it tells you like all the support that you have on the other side. Some of the stuff I didn't even know that we had, like angel runners. I didn't have any idea about angel runners. They're literally people that have lived human lives that have chose to come back here to Earth, and help people, and you can go to angel runners for different things that you may need. Sonia Choquette just writes really good books. And I suggest doing it if you can, getting the real book. That way you can highlight certain parts of it. My ear feels better. I feel like I got out what I needed to say. But it's a really good book, and it tells you all the support you have on the other side. Just know that you're going to get through this. You always do. You always do. And remember that you're not alone. You don't have to talk to your guides or, your family members out loud. They can hear you telepathically. You can say it in your mind. They're still going to hear you. Sometimes I'll get to the point where things are so bad that I'll, call upon Archangel Michael. Sometimes I forget, to call upon him. So thank you, Kendra, for yesterday when you called Michael in for me when I was having one of my moments. But they love music, so you're going to sort of sing-song his name 3 times. If you call him, he will come. You can just ask him to be there, just be with you. And he brings with him a sort of peace and an inner strength. I could just sit here and talk all day this morning. I hope you guys have a good day. I hope this message reaches those that needed to hear it this morning. And I'm saying a special, special prayer for everybody over in Texas right now that's suffering. And just saying a prayer that, the animals get rescued and the people get rescued and that everybody's okay over there. I think if we all pray for them, it just breaks my heart to, see it on the news and the pictures and, so keep them in your thoughts and prayers too. And try to focus on the good in your life today and do something nice for yourself. I don't care what it is. Do something nice for yourself today. Okay? I love you. And I will talk to you guys soon. Have a great day.